Heading to Kelly's to get a coffee like I do 1,000 times a day, and thank God I saw them before I went in.
What did you see exactly?
3 guys with baseball bats, smashing up Kelly's, beating poor Mike to the ground. You know how sometimes your brain can't process what your eyes are seeing because it's so surreal? That's exactly what happened to me. And when it looked like one of them was turning my direction, I called 911 and ran.
Okay, could you ID any of these guys if you saw them again?
Sorry, I didn't see any of their faces. But I did see that one of them had a tattoo on his right wrist.
Dr. Simmons, can you come to the nurse's station, 10th floor? Dr. Simmons?
Hi, got a minute?
Actually, this is a really bad time.
Look, I know you're upset. I'm just here to ease your mind.
Yeah, I'm really busy.
Okay, well, I'm not leaving until I say my piece, so you might as well listen. Listen, I know things got pretty tense at Jason's last night, and I'm not sure if I really made myself clear. Him rescuing me, it was totally random. It wasn't planned. We weren't working together behind anyone's back. That's it. That's all. And you need to believe that rekindling some old bad relationship is the farthest thing from my mind.
Are you sure you weren't seen?
Well, kind of.
Yes or no, Maxie?
Well, I'm sorry. As soon as it looked like he might be able to see me, I just ran. I didn't see his face. I don't know if he saw mine.
Okay, if I may interject, Maxie has only relayed what she's seen through her eyes. Her beautiful... but what I mean to say is that we have other senses.
He's asking if you... Did you hear anything?
Oh, now that you mention it, they were arguing in some other language, and it could have been Russian because they sounded like the guys who broke into the Crimson office.
Okay, did you tell Mac any part of this?
No, and I didn't give the 911 operator my name either.
Good. Good, you did good. Now you can go.
No, I can't leave. I have to know what you're going to do.
Why would I tell you anything? You don't know how to be quiet. You proved that last night.
Well, aren't you going to say something? Come on, do something. Yell at me. Call me a liar. Throw accusations at me. Do something. I just want to get this over with so we can move on.
I'm still thinking.
Please. Elizabeth, you and I have miraculously gotten to a really good place, and I don't want to start moving backwards and then have you hating me and not allow me to be around the boys.
Oh, so you and Lucky are still together?
Yes. I mean, as long as I have anything to do with it.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, he's got his own suspicions concerning Jerry, but I think I'm going to be able to talk him down, and hopefully we can pick up wherever we left off.
All right. I'm sorry for overreacting. It's just how Jason and I are having a really tough time right now, and we can't figure out where we stand. And one minute we're taking off to Italy, and the next...
Yes, I know. Cancels business.
Yeah, exactly.
He does love you. You know that.
I know, but is love enough? Apparently Jason doesn't think so, and I'm starting to think maybe he's right. Not to dump my problems on you or anything.
No, I don't mind, actually.
No, it's okay. I said enough.
Okay, wait a minute. Since we're being honest and open and stuff, I'm gonna keep things straight with you. I am not trying to move in on your territory. Jason's been a non-issue for me for a really long time, and nothing has happened to change that. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Bye.
How many times have I asked you to keep your mouth shut?
You just said that I did good.
Right. I'm not talking about Kelly's.
I assume you're talking about Elizabeth. It's not like I went and told the police or anything.
Well, you shouldn't have said anything at all.
Okay,
Maxie.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have rubbed you and Sam in Elizabeth's face, but she was being really bitchy to me, and I couldn't help it.
It doesn't even matter, because this is part of a bigger problem. Because of Spinelli, I've allowed you access to my home and my office, and you hear things you shouldn't hear, and he tells you things you shouldn't know.
That's not very fair. I mean, I've proven to you over and over again that I know how to keep a secret.
I need to speak to Spinelli alone.
Fine.
Look, I apologize for Maximi's lapse in judgment. You know, she's a very passionate creature, and sometimes her emotions override her common sense. But I promise to avoid exposing her to any further inner workings of the business. If you could just find it in your heart to allow me to retain her as a friend.
Okay, I'm not here to dictate your friends, okay? I'm just telling you, be careful, because Maxie has a little bit of Carly in her. They don't think any further ahead than the last person who upset them and how to get even. And innocent people get caught in their fallout. I am not going to let Elizabeth be one of them.
transport yard is a total mess. They Molotoved everything, the trucks, the cargo waiting to go. It's completely unsalvageable.
What about the guards?
Morgue. Yeah, this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. The Karpov organization is determined to cut Mr. Corinthos off at the knees. They want to isolate him. They want to make sure he has nowhere to go. So, due to his recklessness, your war, the war that you fought to prevent, you're right in the middle of it now.
I gotta say, if it were me, if I believed Karpov had shot and almost killed a woman I love, I don't know if I would have reacted any differently, Bernie.
Well, I beg to differ with you. I have worked for you for a very long time, and I think I know how you operate. Before indulging a desire for revenge, you would consider the people who work with you, and you would see what they have to lose. Mr. Corinthos, not so much. The men are very angry with him for bringing this down.
I'll talk with him. Just set up a meeting with all our lieutenants.
It's already done. Warehouse 10, 1 hour.
No, push it to 8. There's something I need to take care of first.
The city is going to be reduced to rubble. What could be more important to you than that right now?
Maxie, what are you doing here?
I owe you an apology. Can't let anger override discretion.
Oh, no, this should be good.
I went to the hospital yesterday to see Robin, and Elizabeth was there. She was behind the desk leaving some whiny voicemail for Jason about how she needed to see him or whatever, and I asked nicely if there was anything for Robin behind the desk. She had the nerve to go off on me. And then she said she was going to say bad stuff about me to Spinelli, and that really pissed me off. So when I saw you and Jason at the penthouse later and you guys were all soaking wet, I mean, it looked suspicious on the surface, and I was still really mad at Elizabeth, so...
I know. I'm sure you made a beeline to the hospital to tell Elizabeth that, he and I were hooking up or something.
I'm so sorry, Sam. That was not fair to you or Jason.
No, it's okay, It's probably actually a good thing that Elizabeth walked in when she did. If I'm going to be honest, I guess I have to admit that as crazy as the whole situation with Jerry was, part of me really, really, really loved it.
People think I'm weird.
No, listen, not the part where I was bound and threatened hourly by that sociopath, but I loved having to think on my feet. I loved the stakes. It reminded me of me, the old uncensored me. I haven't felt that way in a really long time.
You kind of sound like Luke Spencer. Maybe you should start hooking up with him.
No, please. I've already found my perfect partner in crime. Okay, it's been so long. I kind of forgot how well-matched Jason and I are. We make a really, really good team, at least where lives are at stake. We didn't even have to talk.
That must work out really well for Jason.
Oh, come on. So anyway, who cares, right? Everything's over. Jerry's dead, and I'm not sorry for anything that happened. I was due for an adventure, and I really, really liked it.
The adventure itself, or going through it with Jason?